Hey up and welcome back to Matt's Mindful Meals. Bit different today. I've not got green on, I've not got a woolly hat on. That's because things are starting to change. So today is all about me doing my first bike ride back after being off for so long with COVID. Well, long COVID, as you've seen in the video. So if you've subscribed, you'll know about my journey all the way through this. Anyway, today's a big day for me. It's not so much about the cooking, because I'm not going to be doing any cooking. I'm going to just be going out to the woods, which are about 8 miles away. Have a tiny little bit of a play in there and see how I get on. Make myself a cup of coffee to get warm and then get myself back home. But anyway, join me on this, because it might be a bit emotional, but hopefully it's going to be the road to recovery to get this weight off that I put on over the past 2 years. Anyway, I'll see you soon. So I've been going now for about 3 or 4 minutes, so I've finally got away from the main roads. And the first gate I've come to is this one, which is perfectly fine to be open because it's public access, but look at that. Why put barbed wire on the top of a fence that can open and close really easily? No idea. Anyway, let's get on. I've decided to come down a path I've not been down before, but it is going to bring us out to where we've camped in the past. So if you can remember the salt marshes video, that's over in this direction here. So I'm going to try and get down to it. I can really feel my lungs working now, which is great. Let's see how we can get down there. Okay, so I've arrived at a place called Seapool. Now, if you look here, we've got the River Findorn as it goes into Findorn Bay. And if you've seen a couple of the videos, as I mentioned earlier on, where we sleep on the salt marsh and camp out, well, the salt marsh is just this piece of land here. And it's just behind where the green trees are that we camp sometimes. But it does flood, so you have to be careful when you're camping there. Anyway, I think I've pedalled now something like 6 miles across country. And my breathing, it coped, but it was good to know that you're like using parts of your lungs you haven't used for quite a while. Anyway, it's time to get a cup of coffee on, and I'm going to use my Jetboil flash for that because I don't want to hang around. So let's get that on. Now, I don't use my Jetboils all that often, but they are really handy if you want to drink quickly, because everything you've got comes in the one container. So it is handy for that. But as you know, I do enjoy cooking with meths and other stoves. Meths is a particular favourite when you've got plenty of time on your hands, because you can just chill out, there's no noise whatsoever. But horses for courses, this thing is really handy when you want something quickly. And I just want a quick brew today. Plenty of water there. did bring the real Termat meal out with me, just in case I was hungry. But I'm going to be fine without that. I'm just going to drink this coffee and then pedal back home before my legs seize up. And it was going to be a chili con carne, which, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you do know I like a little bit of chili in my food. Anyway, let's get this heated up. Turn it on. Oh, there we go. So the beauty with the flash is you've got a little unit on the side that tells you when it's ready. So that glows bright orange. So, got a spoon in here somewhere. Big long handle spoon, just in case I had that. But I won't be needing that today. So, what's been happening with me then? So, as you know, over the past 2 years, since November 2020, when I picked COVID up for the first time, I got over it, but the cough lingered. And then suppressing the cough, I changed the way I breathed. But because I've got this post-viral syndrome that I didn't know, I allowed it to get worse and worse and worse, continued working to the detriment to my own health. So I eventually became, I wouldn't say bedridden, but I was spending up to 20 hours a day in bed. Then I started slurring my words, getting my words wrong, that some of you will have noticed on this. And the reason I started the channel up was to fix the way I was speaking, so I would go over things again and again and again. The amount of takes it would do just to make a cup of coffee was unbelievable, whereas now I can talk for a lot longer. I still get some words mixed up, but that's probably because I'm approaching 50. But my lungs are a lot clearer. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still quite good. So hopefully, when I get this weight off, it'll be even better. So I'm struggling to get this coffee open. You can see the oranges starting to form on the cup. So I'll get these coffees open. You do need 2 of these for a big cup, for my taste anyway. Put them in my rubbish. And that's boiled. And that's the beauty and convenience of a jet boil, because it only took a couple of minutes. So let's get this poured in. Give it a stir. I'm going to enjoy the view. So, as I say, I set this channel up to help me through things, and I called it Matt's Mindful Meals for a reason, because I tried to be more mindful. I went on a few courses at the beginning of it. Now, you need to appreciate your surroundings, but I also think part of mindfulness is understanding things. Now, with an illness such as a post-viral syndrome, is what I found, and if anything I want to pass on to people, is that if you know somebody who's got something like this, it's a real thing. It's not something that you can just snap out of. Because the amount of people who said to me, oh, just snap out of it, oh, get up and just carry on. You would like nothing more in that situation to be able to do things like that, but you just can't. If it was so simple, you wouldn't have post-viral fatigue. Now, you can get post-viral fatigue with any virus. Although we've now called it long COVID, you can get it with anything. So yeah, please be mindful of people, because what happens is, if you've got a broken leg, for instance, you've got a plaster pot on your leg and everybody knows you've got a broken leg, and if you're working with people or you know people and you see somebody who's got a broken leg, he's got a broken leg, I'll understand that he's got a broken leg, it'd be nice. But when you've got something that's hidden inside and you can't deal with it, you suddenly start thinking that that person's not telling you the truth. And this goes a lot for like mental illnesses, when people suffer with depression and things, because you can't see it. You can't put a plaster on someone's head and say, this person's got depression. Maybe that's an idea, I don't know. But you don't want the stigmatism of having something that's going on inside your head or inside your nervous system. So yeah, please be mindful of that. On the whole, most people want to be well, they don't want to be poorly. So if they are poorly, help along with it. Be encouraging, be understanding. And yeah, I'm ranting and raving at the moment, but yeah, there are certain people I know in my world who did take that kind of attitude of me, thinking, oh, he's just making it up. But then they don't see what you're missing. They don't see that you're lying in bed for 20 hours a day, missing your family. I know when I went away for my actual treatment and I went to see some of the counsellors and things like that, you were breaking your heart because you genuinely were losing parts of your life. Now, it's taken almost 2 years for me to be in the position where I am now, which I'm over the other side of it. But there are some people who are still fighting that battle. So remember, please be mindful and always be encouraging. Anyway, let's put COVID behind me and let's just get this weight off. So I'm going to finish this cup of tea, coffee actually, and then I'm going to get myself back home. So I'm almost home now. So thanks for subscribing if you have. Give us a big like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because now I've got this back, we're going to go on some epic adventures. Anyway, take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Draw!